In this video, I'll show you how to get $300 in free Vultr cloud credits and how to create your very first cloud server on their platform using those credits. Start by opening up your browser and navigate to the following URL address. This URL address is my referral link to Vultr, and it will give you $300 in free Vultr cloud credits to try out their servers free for 30 days. I'll put my referral link in the video description below so that you can click on it for your convenience. Once you're on the Vultr homepage, sign up to Vultr as a new user by clicking on the sign up button at the top right hand corner. So we'll need to create our Vultr account to register on Vultr. Put in your email address, so I'm just going to do that now, and pick a password for your account. You also have the option, of course, to use your GitHub account and your Google account to sign up to Vultr. Complete the captcha if you need to by clicking on the box that says I'm not a robot. Let me just complete this captcha real quick. Once done, click on verify. If you agree to Vultr's terms and conditions, click on this checkbox next to I agree and then click on create free account. Once you have created your Vultr account, you'll be taken to the billing section. So before we proceed with billing, just open up your email inbox, click on the Vultr email that's sent to your inbox, and just verify your Vultr account by clicking on the button that says verify your email. A new tab will then open and verify your Vultr account. So there we go. Underneath billing, it now says thank you for verifying your email. You can close the first tab on Vultr. So in the billing section, Vultr says thank you for choosing Vultr. We need to verify your identity to protect our users. So please link a payment method for verification. You'll only be charged for Vultr cloud services you use. Scroll down just a little, just so you can see the majority of the page. So on the right hand side is the summary, and because you signed up using my referral link to Vultr, you can see we've got $300 in free credit, which expires in 30 days. Credit expires 30 days after sign up. Total bill to your card is $0 and total available credit is $300. So that's the free promotional trial credits. On the left hand side, you've got a number of options to verify yourself. You can either link a credit card, which is the page we're currently on by default, and it doesn't cost any money to do that. You've also got PayPal, and as you can see, it says PayPal may not be used with this promo. So you can't use PayPal to continue with the $300 free trial credit. You've got crypto, again, same thing, but even more requirements, as you will need to first add a credit card or PayPal before doing a crypto deposit. You've also got Alipay. Alipay is a method where you can continue and receive my $300 free trial credit, and you've also got wire transfer, which is a bit more slow and complex. The best option, of course, is credit card, so I'm going to roll with that option. I'm going to fill in my credit card details now. I'm going to blur it for privacy, but I'll get back to you once it's all filled in and finished. So once you've entered in your credit card details, you'll need to scroll down until you see where it says choose amount. So you can checkmark this box here that says I just want to link my credit card, which is an $0 deposit, or you can choose to deposit a certain amount. I'm going to keep this box checkmarked as I don't want to deposit any money for now. I just want to use the free trial credit. If you agree to the terms and conditions, just simply click on the checkbox and then click on link credit card. Now, if your card is a prepaid card, which mine is, you might need to deposit an amount greater than $5. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom, and instead of checkmarking this box, I'm going to click on other and enter $5, which is the minimum requested. I'm going to click on the checkbox to checkmark I agree to the terms of service, and then click on link credit card. And there we go. Vultr now says billing information updated. You can now configure and deploy your instances. To create your first VPS on Vultr, navigate to the top right hand corner and hover over deploy. Then look for where it says deploy new server and click on it. You'll now be in Vultr's deploy a server page under the products tab on the left hand side. By default, you'll be using Vultr's default server deployment page. If you have used Vultr previously, you might be more familiar with the old user experience that Vultr offered. You can click on this hyperlink text which says switch back to the old experience for a limited time if you are more familiar with the previous UI of Vultr. I'm going to be sticking with the modern version for this video. So first we'll need to choose our server type. By default, it'll be on dedicated CPU, which is one of the more expensive versions. You've also got cloud GPU, shared CPU, which is the cheapest option, and bare metal. For this video demonstration, I'm going to be going with shared CPU. Next, we'll need to choose our server location. You have 5 continents to choose from. You can go with the Americas, Europe, Australia, Asia, and Africa. For this video, I'm going to choose the European region, and I'm going to be going with Frankfurt, Germany. Once you've selected your server's location, scroll down until you see the area where you need to choose your server specs. The server types you have to select from are cloud compute, high frequency, and you can choose from AMD, Intel, and the high performance versions of AMD and Intel. I'm going to be going with cloud compute as that is the cheapest version. You can go with a stronger server if you want, and I'm going to be going with the $5 a month plan or $0.007 an hour our server. Yes, with Vultr, you can pay hourly too. So I'm going to select this server, which gives me 1 CPU core, 1 gigabyte of RAM, 25 gigabytes of SSD disk space storage, and 1 terabyte of bandwidth per month. Great, so we have completed step 1, which is to select location and plan for our server. So that's the configure in hardware section. The next thing we need to do is step 2, which is configure software and deploy instance OS software deploy. So to do this, simply click on configure to be taken to step 2. At the top, we need to choose the software that we're going to be deploying on our server. You've got the OS tab, you've got marketplace apps, which shows you the latest one-click apps that you can install. They have some of the most popular applications to choose from, such as OpenClaw, Coolify, and WordPress. You've also got ISO or IPXE, ISO library, backup, and snapshot. I'm going to be going with operating system, so I'm going to click on this tab, and then I'm going to choose the Ubuntu Linux distro. So I've clicked on it, and I had to scroll down a bit to see the versions. I'm going to be going with 24.04x64 for this video demo. You can select whatever version you want. Once you've selected your server software, scroll down until you see server settings. Here you'll be able to add an SSH key if you want to log in using SSH keys. So you'll need to create a public and private key and upload the public key onto your Vultr account and then select it from this drop-down list. I don't have any SSH keys in here. I'm going to be using a Vultr password to connect, which Vultr will generate for us during the server creation process. You can also add a startup script, firewall group, and underneath that you got server hostname and label. So I'm going to call my server test-server. I'm going to leave the label as the same. I'm going to scroll down a bit more. You can see we've got instance connectivity. You've got instance with public IP and private instances behind NAT gateway. I'm going to be going with the instance with public key. As you can see, public IPv4 is going to be added to our server, but I also want public IPv6, so I'm going to click on it to select it. I'm going to scroll down a bit more to the very bottom just to see everything. You've got a couple of toggles now, such as VPC network, automatic backups, DDoS protection, limited user login, and cloud init user data. All these are toggled off except automatic backups, which costs $1 a month extra. I'm going to toggle this off to disable it by clicking on it. This means I'll need to do my own automatic backups. It'll just allow me to save an extra $1 on my server. So you'll be greeted with this alert by Vultr, which says disable automatic backups. It will tell you all the risks, which you can read in your own time. If you understand the risks, simply click on the box to check mark it and then click on disable automatic backups. On the right hand side, you'll see a summary of your server. So Vultr calls it a deploy summary. So you can see my server location, my specifications of my server software, automatic backups are disabled. I've got IPv4 and IPv6, quantity is 1 server, and the total price per month or per hour. Once you're satisfied with your server configuration, click on deploy. Vultr will then begin the process of creating your server. I'll be back with you once the server has been created and all our software on our server has been installed. Okay, I'm back, and as you can see, our server called test-server with the OS Ubuntu in Frankfurt, Germany has been deployed and is running. To see your server's IP addresses and your login credentials, simply click on your server name. You'll now be in the Overview tab. At the top, because your server has just been created, Vultr says, please note, your server may still be finishing installing and booting up during the first few minutes of activation. If the server does not ping, you can view the console to monitor progress. So just keep that in mind. You'll only see this message in the first couple of minutes after creating your server. It's just to let you know that your server might still be installing when you first connect to it via SSH. So you might need to wait a bit before connecting. Scroll down a little more, and as you can see, underneath the server location, you can see your server's IP address. IP address is the IPv4 address. So in my case, it's 95.179.243.271. Your IP addresses will be unique to your server. I've also got an IPv6 address, which is 2A05 and ends in 9F74. My username to log in is root, and my password is right here. I can simply click on copy password to copy it, so I'm just going to do that now. And if I wanted to show my password, there it is right there. Just in case you wanted to see it, I'm going to click on hide password. Now to connect to your server via SSH, you can either use the built-in Vultr console, which if I scroll up to the top here, is right here. You can simply click on it to view the console, or you can log in using the terminal. Now I'm on Windows, so the terminal app is called Command Prompt or CMD. If you're using a Linux PC or a Mac computer, you need to open up the terminal app. So I'm going to be opening CMD, as we're quite limited with the built-in Vultr console. So to open up CMD, I'm going to navigate to the search box here on my Windows computer, and I'm going to type CMD. This will then show me the CMD app or Command Prompt app. I can simply click here or click on open to open up the command prompt. I'm going to maximize my CMD window here. So to log in via SSH, you'll need to type SSH space the username that you're going to be logging in with, which is root at, and then the IP address of your Vultr server. So I'm going to open back up my browser. I'm going to copy the IPv4 address of my server, open up the CMD window again, and right click to paste. Then I'm going to hit enter on my keyboard. Because it's my first time connecting via SSH to my brand new server, server, I'm warned by the command prompt that this fingerprint key right here is not known by any other names, and if I'm sure I want to continue connecting, I have the option to type yes or no. I'm going to type yes, as I know this is my Vultr server, and then I'm going to hit enter on my keyboard. Now I'll need to copy and paste my Vultr server's password into the CMD terminal. So I'm just going to grab it by opening back up my browser, scrolling down just a bit, and clicking on the copy password button to copy my Vultr password. Then I'm going to open back up my CMD terminal window, and for command prompt to paste, all you need to do is simply right click on your mouse. You can type in your password also, but I'm lazy, so I've just right clicked. Once you've done that, hit enter on your keyboard. And there we go. I'm now logged into my server via the SSH protocol using the username root, and my server is called test-server. You can now begin configuring your server using commands. And that pretty much concludes this video on how to get $300 in free Vultr cloud credits and how to create your very first cloud server on Vultr. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you want to support me on my channel, consider subscribing. I'll see you on the next video.
Why is it so hard to